It's the end of November, so you know what that means. Hey everybody, welcome to Safety Update with Sam. That's me, it's not you, because I don't think we have anybody on the fleet named Sam. If we do, I apologize for forgetting you, but I think I'm the only Sam around here, which isn't really unusual. There's not really a lot of guys named Sam that I know of. So anyways, that's really neither here nor there. But anyways, so it's the end of November. We all know that this Thursday is Thanksgiving. And I thought I would interrupt my yearly tradition of watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because if you haven't seen that, it's the best Thanksgiving movie out there. I'll fight you on it, okay? I really will. I think John Candy got robbed of an Oscar in that movie, and I can defend that with science, okay? Anyways, but I thought I'd take a break and make a quick safety update here. It's not your typical safety update video, but then again, what really is a typical safety update video anymore? But with Thanksgiving coming up, it's a really good time to reflect. I try to always think of things I'm thankful for and make sure that I'm thankful throughout the year, but especially this time is a really good time to really kind of stop and pause and think of what's going good, what you can be thankful of, what blessings do you have in your life. And we all have them. I mean, you could say, wow, my life sucks and whatever. No, I mean, yeah, you got some bummer parts in it, but we all do, and some are more bigger than others, and I'm not here to downplay any of that. But if you really stop and think about it, we are all blessed with something, and there's always something to be thankful for. And this is, like I said, a really good time to think about that. So one of the things that I am extremely grateful for and thankful for is you guys, okay? Sacrificing your time out to be out there on the road, literally keeping the company moving. I don't know if I say it enough, but I really thank you guys and ladies for being out there on the road. You take a lot of time away from family to deliver everything, pick up stuff, and you do it wonderfully. And so I think I could speak for everyone when I say thank you very much. I am extremely thankful for you guys. And the other big thing that I'm thankful for, there's many things, but the other thing that kind of goes along the lines is that when I started doing these safety updates, we started like last September, something like that. And so when we got to Thanksgiving last year, I was obviously thankful again, but I really didn't have much data to go off of as far as, do these safety updates work? Is anyone watching them? All that kind of good stuff. Well, we've gone over a year now with doing these safety updates, and I can say, yes, you guys are watching them, and I am extremely thankful that you guys watch them and put into practice what we talk about in these safety updates. I don't just make these for my own satisfaction. I really try to convey like some knowledge or some tips, or just like a, hey, here, heads up on this kind of stuff. Like, I really try to pass on information to this. And I am extremely thankful when you guys message me, call me, stop in and say, hey, I saw your video. I just want to let you know, like, I'm going to watch my speed, or, I'm going to make sure that I do a proper pre-trip, or just things like that. Like, it really makes me thankful that you guys are watching these videos and taking them seriously. I've been in trucking now for, I think, almost 25 years. In fact, a little over 25 years, because I started in the late 90s. And I've worked with thousands of drivers, okay? Maybe even tens of thousands by now, because I've worked with some large companies and whatever. You guys and ladies, I say guys, but all of you, I really appreciate that you take safety seriously, because not every driver does. And I really try to hit home when I'm giving safety updates, like, this is why we should be doing safety, or why we should take safety seriously. Because I'm a millennial, okay? I'm an old millennial, but I'm a millennial. My generation will do stuff, but we like to know why. Why do you want us to do stuff? So I always try to convey that, like, hey, this is why you got to watch your speed, or hey, this is why you can't drive over the 11 hours of drive time allowed, okay? It's one thing to just say, don't do it. but it's another thing to say, this is why we don't do that. And so I appreciate when you guys come back to me and say, listen to your video or watch your video, and I appreciate what you said and why we shouldn't do that. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. And that really means a lot because A, that means that you're being safe out there and that your driving record and your license is being taken seriously by you. And B, means that you're watching, and that, it gives me energy and gives me ideas of what to go for next, and to keep producing these things. It'd be one thing if we were producing them and I got no feedback and you guys are like, yeah, I don't really watch it, but you do. And I am extremely thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the feedback you give. Like, you guys give good feedback out there because I'm not on the road. You guys are. And so I get a lot of times like, hey, can you touch on this topic? Because, I'm kind of curious about that. Because don't ever be afraid to ask me questions, guys, because if you have questions, I guarantee you there's at least 10 other guys in the fleet that have the same question. So if you ever have feedback and you're like, I don't know if he wants to hear this, let me know, okay? Because you're probably not the only one with that question. So I appreciate all the feedback you guys give, even the times where you're like, I think you're wrong, and then I have to prove to you that I'm right, whatever. But no, there have been great discussions, okay? Great debates that I've had with some of you, and we've been really, it's really good because it really makes me look at the letter of the law, makes you look at the letter of the law, and we really get down to the root of it, and we can kind of go from there. So I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you guys popping in. I do apologize. Sometimes I just can't talk to you as much as I would like to. I mean, there's sometimes just not enough time to really sit down and have a conversation because things have to get done because I'm one safety guy. So, but I do appreciate you popping in and saying, hey, how are you? I'm always happy to say a quick hello back. So, thank you very much for sometimes breaking up the monotony of the day. Because if you guys don't pop in, then I just got to talk to Bill. I'm just kidding, Bill. I like talking to you. Anyways, but no. And lastly, guys, okay, and not the leastly, but lastly, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching this, and I appreciate you guys driving defensively out there. Okay, we've got a fairly good sized fleet, and I got wood around me on my desk here saying we don't have that many accidents when you compare us to fleets of similar sizes, okay? And that is a testament to you guys. You take safety seriously. You take driving seriously. You take this equipment seriously, and you don't want to damage it. You don't want to break it. You don't run into things. Thank you for that, okay? Thank you for treating this stuff and treating this company kind of like your own and saying, nope, I'm not going to put myself in bad situations, or I'm going to avoid these guys, or whatever. Thank you very much for doing that, okay? Thank you for being defensive out there with driving. Now, again, I'm knocking on wood around here because it seems like every time I say, hey, we've done pretty good, then boom, boom, boom. Don't want to do that, okay? So anyways, all this to say, guys, thank you very much for everything that you do. If you are by Harrison or 11th Street, make sure you stop in and get some food, okay? We've got turkey dinners in there with mashed potatoes and all that kind of good stuff, pie, it's all there. So make sure that you swing by, grab some of that. If I'm around, come give me a high five or a handshake. I'm not much of a hugger, so let's just stick with high fives and handshakes, okay? But again, guys, I speak for everyone at the company when I say thank you for everything that you're doing out there. It really is because of you guys why we're able to keep going. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, deep dark secrets you need to get off your chest, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is at the bottom. And as always, like I say at the end of all my videos, because I truly mean it, make sure that when you're out there, you drive safe.